Hey guys, Sheri Richardson from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, SheriAnnRicherson.com and buyinyourblog.com, and welcome to our daily vlog. So, I went outside to shovel snow today, and in the driveway where Jeff parks was a big puddle of transmission fluid. I wasn't too happy because I've been on him to go get the van checked out, and we've been smelling antifreeze in it. And then I found out that it's running out of transmission fluid again, and I said, well, you need to go get that checked, and it's, I don't have time, and all the excuses. So today I sent a tow truck to pick it up from where he works at, and then I had to take it in my car, which means I have no vehicle to drive. And I had a friend pick me up, and we went to dinner. And then we went looking for the 72-pack Jiffy peat pellet greenhouses that I used to start seeds with. And they didn't have any. I don't know if that's a thing they're not going to carry this year or what's going on with it. But they had anything and everything except what I was looking for. So I'm not too happy about that. I do have the soil block makers from Johnny's, and I could buy peat moss, vermiculite, and perlite, make my own soil, and make my own seed blocks. Not ideally what I want to do, but it could be done. I'm hoping that maybe it's just so early in the season here that maybe they just haven't come in yet. But I looked on Amazon, and it looked like they were all out too. So, of course, that could be because so many people are buying them. I mean, I really don't have a clue what's going on. I did go over to Exotic Gardening today, and I updated several more posts. One was on Plumera, one was on Helicona, and one was on Passiflora. So when I say I'm updating the post, I'm basically adding photos and taking them back to the front page. Not doing a lot of overhaul on them. I'm kind of just wanting to get things where people can find them again and, get those photos added back and go from that point, and then start adding in some new articles, maybe doing a little bit of updates. But I kind of feel like, there's good information in the old articles, and while they may not be perfectly up to today's standards, that's okay, because I don't want to erase a lot of my early writing by overwriting it. I kind of want to leave it like it was, and then just do better on, the newer articles that I am posting, and be a little more thorough about them. Now, that's not to say that I won't ever go back, but I think right now, I just need to get the photos and get things back in circulation over on my exotic gardening site. So, I haven't done anything over on Experimental Homesteader. I've shared a few posts. There's really a lot of good prepping and survival articles over there. And I don't know if people just aren't finding them or, what's going on with that. But there is a lot of good information. And I also saw, because it hit me last night, what exactly has that new president done for the people of Texas? If President Trump was still in office, everybody would be rip-roaring about what wasn't done. Well, right around noon today, it says that he finally sent some help over to the people of Texas. What has taken so long? These people are there. We have stories of roofs caving in. We have stories of pipes busting. We have stories of people not having electricity. People freezing to death because they're trying to live in their car. And we have a president that up until today has done nothing to address this problem. Now, yesterday I gave some tips, and one that I had forgot about that I had seen that I personally thought was a pretty good idea. If you have young children, especially babies, you are going to have to pay attention and be careful. But I saw where people were putting tents up over, say, their beds, or, basically putting tents up in their house, and everybody getting in the tents, and, pets included. And by putting so many people in a tiny enclosed area like that, you are going to generate heat, your body heat, and especially an animal, like a dog that has a higher body heat temperature. And you're going to be able to keep that area a lot warmer. So I thought that was a pretty good idea. Obviously, too cold outside, probably still really cold inside, but definitely worth giving it a try. I mean, it would have to be better than just being open in a house with all that air around you that is still cold. Other than that, I guess that's kind of it for tonight. I'm waiting on Jeff to get home from work. They've told him that it's going to be late nights all week. They also told them that because of the down day, even though they're working overtime, they don't get paid for the overtime until they are over their 40 hours this week. And so it seems like everybody's going to be working many, many late nights and not making overtime for it. I kind of feel like that's unfair because the company shut down for the day. And because of how they're doing you have to accumulate your vacation. You have to work so many hours before you can have a vacation day. So a lot of people don't have vacation days that they can use, especially if they want to accumulate hours and actually get to take a vacation later in the year. They also don't have sick days because my understanding is the sick days are going on the same accumulation system. I call it unfair, and I think that these companies sit around and think of ways that they can basically screw over their employees, for lack of a better way to say that. Because it's all about the company and it's all about the company's profit and not about the employees that is making that profit. Because if those people weren't going to work, that company would not have stuff that they could sell. And I feel like these places don't give the employees, the little peon worker, enough credit. They have CEOs that, while yes, I understand they have a lot of responsibility, they're getting their own private jets and, their fancy houses and who knows what. They're big bonuses, but they're not really passing anything back on to the people that are actually making that money for them. And this is my problem with corporate America. It's all about the guy at the top making money off of the little people doing the work. It's no longer about the company actually caring about the little people and being concerned about the little people. It's about the little people are replaceable. They just fired a guy that has got a lot of health problems, including cancer. He had pneumonia. He couldn't come into work. We don't know if the hospital sent him home or if he chose not to stay in the hospital. I know when I had pneumonia, the hospital sent me home. No antibiotics, no nothing. They just sent me home here. And so we don't know what the whole case with this guy was. But basically, he lost his job over it. And, yeah, he's replaceable. That's how the company looks at it. It's not about caring for them and, helping them get through the tough times, because they're always there helping the company to meet production numbers and, do the things that they need to do. So that's why I don't like corporate America. Anyway, guys, please subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.